Yo, what is good, y'all? We're back. Hope that all you guys are doing well. In today's tutorial, I'll be breaking down how you can create this realistic muzzle flash effect inside of After Effects. I've been creating these type of muzzle flashes for a while on a lot of different music videos, everything from drill music videos where they're often used and some more high budget music videos where these muzzle flashes also are used. So today I'll be breaking down these effects step by step and how to make them look as realistic as possible. So let's jump straight into After Effects. So right here I have a scene that I'll be working on. And you can see in the beginning, in the first like 8 frames right here, he does this handgun movement. So I'll be making a couple of muzzle flashes right there. My clip is a little shorter, it's barely like half a second where he does it, but I can still make it look good. So the first thing you gotta do is head to the link in the description where I have some muzzle flashes. So if you don't have any already, go to the link in the description and download the ones that I'm using. So to start off, I'll be dragging on the first muzzle flash, which looks like this. So I'll size it up and start cropping it. So I'll grab this tool right here and crop out the watermark and act like I didn't just steal this off the internet. You can either head to the blending mode right here and change it to lighten, and you will have something like this. Or if you have deep glow, which is, yo, sorry to interrupt, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're watching this on Black Week, I have a huge sale going on my store. All my editing packs and assets are extremely cheap right now, and everyone who buys a pack will also get an exclusive Black Friday pack for completely free. So not just a huge sale, you will also be getting free packs on the store. And for anyone that's interested, I've also launched one-on-one exclusive coaching for Black Week, and anyone who gets that will also get a free pack with it. So if you're a fellow editor, make sure to check the link in the description. But back to the video. Or if you have deep glow, which is a plugin, I would recommend using that one. So after dragging the deep glow on, it looks something like this. So start off by pressing this one right here to get a transparent background. That changes the blending mode to screen. Then I'll be turning down the exposure and turn up the threshold a little bit to 0.5 on the exposure and 66 on the threshold. And then I'll go to the aspect ratio and turn it up to something like 1.10. Now we have a muzzle flash right here with a glow, which looks a little bit better than just a plain one. So I'll be cutting the muzzle flash right here and just make it 1 frame long for the first muzzle flash, and then I'll be dragging on the second muzzle flash, and I'll be using 2 different ones just to get some variation between them. And I'll also size this up to 250. You can size it up to whatever you want to or whatever fits your clip. And once again, I'll be cropping it out to get rid of the watermark, and then I'll be copying these deep glow settings from the muzzle flash before and paste it onto this one, and then just resize it to its hand. And I'll keep 1 frame in between them, so we kind of have some space there, so they're not just stacked on top of each other. And now to kind of make this look realistic, I'll be creating a new solid. And I'll be using the color pick tool right here. Pick a kind of bright color right here from the muzzle flash and create a new solid. And I'll be making this solid invisible for right now. This one will be the reflecting light that you kind of have when a gun goes off. So I'll be masking around the subject right here with the pen tool. You can do the same thing for your subject. And after I've done that, I can unhide this and I'll put it under the muzzle flash. And then let's turn up the feather a bit to somewhere around 100, and then turn down the mask expansion, and then press T to get the opacity settings, and then turn it down, so we kind of just have this little glow around him as the gun goes off. And then I'll resize it to make it fit. And now if we turn this off, this is the kind of difference we get. It just looks a little bit more realistic because that's how it looks when a gun goes off. And I'll cut this one right there, just make it 1 frame long. And then let's do the exact same thing for the second muzzle flash. Cut it and make it 1 frame long, and copy this light and drag it over here. And then I'll just resize it again, and I'll also duplicate it, remove the masking from this one and make it invisible. And I'll also add a little light around his hand, because obviously he doesn't have a gun right here, but I want to make it look as good as possible, so that's why I do this. And turn up the feather, and then turn down the opacity. And in between here I want to add a flash, so create a new solid layer and turn the color to white. And I'll turn down the opacity to like 40%. let's do 37, and this flash will just be 1 frame long, so we can cut it down. So I'll add a flash in between every muzzle flash. So right here, let's do another muzzle flash. So copy the first muzzle flash that you had and drag it over here. So we do every other one so we can have some variation, and then size it down a little bit, make it fit. And then once again, I'll be copying these type of lights and drag it over here and just resize the masking. And I'll turn down the opacity, and let's turn up the feather a little bit for this one. And now if I play it through, this is what we got so far. I mean, that looks decent. I think one of them are misplaced. This one, I can turn it up a little bit. And let's check this one. Yeah, that looks good. And I also want to add some type. And for every muzzle flash that I do, it's always great to have a shake. And for the shake, I always use a sapphire shake. So create a new adjustment layer, and let's drag on a sapphire shake onto this one. And like I said, if you're watching this on Black Week, I have a free shake pack that you get with every single order. And in that pack, I have some great shakes that works with muzzle flashes. But I'm also working on a different shake pack that will include some more advanced shakes and some more trippy ones. But for the shake, I'll turn up the frequency a lot, and I'll turn down the amplitude and select motion blur to have it turned on, and also turn on motion blur for your adjustment layer. Let's create a keyframe for the amplitude and just go 2 frames in and turn it back to 0. And I can cut it right here actually and duplicate it and do the exact same thing for the second muzzle flash, and then for the third. And then once again, copy the white solid right here and drag it over the third muzzle flash. And here I kind of want it to go a little bit brighter, so I'll turn up the opacity and have it like 3 frames long, and then turn it back to 0. So now if I play it through, this is what I got. Maybe a little bit too much flash here, so I'll turn it down and just make it 2 frames long. And I'll also turn down the amplitude for the shake to like 0.3 and do that for all of them. And now I'm pretty happy with how it looks. That's some decent muzzle flashes, but the shakes aren't too visible because the camera is also moving a lot and the clip is very short, but it still looks pretty good. And that's basically it for the muzzle flashes. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And like I said, I have some packs which are extremely cheap right now, so check out the link in the description. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.